Here we are at Cameron Park for the fourth year for the Hunter Valley Electric Vehicle Festival, put on by the Tom Farrell Institute at the University of Newcastle. My name's Tim Roberts. I'm actually the director of the Institute and am delighted to say that we've had a bigger and better festival this year than any year in the past. We're truly the National Electric Vehicle City. The reason we're doing this is that we believe that electric vehicles have come of age. They are now not a showpiece technology for the future generations. They are here and now to give us clean transport.
So hi, my name's Eleanor Woods. I'm from Renault, Australia, and I'm here today to tell you about Kangoo ZE. So we've started a proof of concept with Australia Post. We've delivered 2 vehicles to their Melbourne office, which they're trialling. It's a trial for Australian market. We've got 10,000 of these vehicles on the road already. They have been very successfully adopted by the French Postal Service, where they run about 4,000 vehicles to date. They're all really happy with the vehicles, gets the range they want, offers all the practical benefits of the van that they need it to, and they love the experience, the stress-free driving, the no vibrations, the gear-free environment. So when we're looking at the Kangoo ZE, what are we talking about? We're talking about really efficient running costs. You're looking at $5 to fill up the battery overnight with green power. So it essentially is a zero-emission vehicle. You're charging it from solar energy or hydro energy, and you are running it, and it's got no tailpipe. It offers all the practicality of a van, so it can come in a short wheelbase, a long wheelbase configuration, 5-seat configuration. You're looking at probably service costs 50% of what a combustion engine van would cost.
My name is Ben Ginley. I'm from Gloucester Nissan, and we're the local Nissan Leaf dealership for the Newcastle area. So with the Nissan Leaf, very much we've set it up as a family sort of C-class vehicle that you can do all of your commuting between city and around town sort of driving. We've aimed for the space for 5 people, also boot space, as well as the efficiency of having an electric vehicle. So with the 170 kilometres charge that you can get out of the Nissan Leaf, Nissan has done their research and they've noticed that most people will only do around 100 kilometres a day maximum to commute to and from work and driving around in their local area doing their daily grocery shopping, things like that. With the running costs of the Leaf, it's very much set up that 90% of your services are going to be under $100. Day-to-day driving and charging the vehicle, depending on obviously your electricity costs, charging the vehicle will only cost you between $3 to $4, and that's for a full charge. Driving around week to week, it's going to cost you a lot less than a normal combustion engine. The Nissan Leaf is not new technology. Nissan has been working on electric vehicles since 1947, and before they came to Australia, there was more than 50,000 units sold across the world. So that's including Japan, America and Europe. So they were very well tried and tested before they were brought out to the Australian market.
I'm Jack Haley from NRMA Motoring and Services, and behind me is a Mitsubishi i-MiEV, which is obviously a small electric vehicle. We used 2 of these vehicles, one in Canberra and one in Newcastle, for some time for road service, and they proved to be entirely practical. They obviously can't carry as much equipment as the full-size vans that we use, but they are very handy, and being small, they're easy to park when we do get a member breakdown. The i-MiEVs are a very good vehicle to drive. They're very quick off the mark because of the electric drive, and in a limited area like city areas, they're no problem with the range because you can charge them on a regular basis, and there's no risk of running out of charge or being stuck somewhere. Well, this is a unit that NRMA developed because we realised that with more electric vehicles on the road, that it's possible that people would run out of juice in the end, and that we needed some way of rescuing them. So we developed this trailer which has a petrol engine in it which drives a generator, and that can charge an electric vehicle on the side of the road, probably normally just enough to get you to the next charge point. The trailer was specifically designed to match up with the Honda motorcycle, being very small and light, to make it manoeuvrable in city areas particularly, and the trailer can charge at either level 1 or level 2. So in other words, it can do a quick charge if necessary, or a longer charge if that's all that the vehicle can accept.
Okay, I'm Brett Sutherland, Managing Director of Solar Power Australia and developer of Elmofo. Solar Power Australia does renewable energy. We believe in running that renewable energy into vehicles so that vehicles can be zero emission. The Elmofo project is a part of all that. Okay, we at Elmofo developed the electric radical as a demonstration of the capabilities of electric vehicles. The vehicle currently competes in the New South Wales State Championships of the Supersport Series. So it's up against cars of the same type, which have either Hayabusa motors or V8 motors, all petrol powered. This is the only electric running in that class. And yesterday we got an opportunity to prove that electric can beat petrol. We won 2 of the 3 races there and demonstrated that electric is definitely here and it's ready to take on petrol cars. So the Elmofo Radical, when it races in the Supersport Series, it's taking on petrol cars on their own terms. We don't have any special consideration to allow us to recharge, so we're not given extended hours gap in between races. So in order to compete, we had to develop a fast charging system to enable us to recharge the car in the standard times in between races. So what we have developed here is a fast charging system that can charge at rates up to 100 kilowatts. It allows us to, part of it is a cooling system to cool the car. Once we get it down to certain temperatures, we can then turn this up to charge the car in as little as 25 minutes. This was developed with us and our partners Reinhardt Motion Systems, and it's probably one of a kind in the world. This charger has enough capacity on board to recharge a vehicle 2 or 3 times without any external power. So fast charging in the motorsport world relates back to on-road motoring, whereby vehicles no longer have range anxiety because they can fast charge their vehicles within 40 minutes while driving, as demonstrated by Tesla with their supercharger network. So similar to refueling a car at a petrol station, you're able to maybe have a cup of coffee, recharge your car and continue on. As they get more widespread across the country, then there's no issues with electric vehicles anymore. So people have no considerations whether they're going to make it to their destination or not, because there'll be methods to charge along the way.
My name is Chris. This is my motorbike and I commute to work with it every day. It's a round trip of about 30 kilometres. I charge it up at night. I have a range of around about 90 kilometres with my riding style. And the range is sufficient that I can get to work and back several times if I have to in a day. And I charge it at night at off-peak power, so it's nice and cheap as well. So the bike is great to ride, it's easy to park, it's nice and light to get around traffic. As a commuter vehicle, it's fabulous.
Good afternoon, my name's Luke Baton. I'm a project engineer working at Varley Group, specifically in the Varley Electric Vehicles division. I work in the project engineering capacity for the race team. The race team for us is a test bench, predominantly at the moment running 2 electric superbikes. We run them in the electric superbike series, and the intent with that is that the knowledge that we gain and the efficiencies that we prove in that area can then be moved through to a commercial entity, be it a road bike or be it a road car or a form of urban transport. Varley has introduced a lot of components into the marketplace for urban transport, and one of the things that we're currently the Australian distributor for is a product called a Yike bike, which has been available for about a year and a half. This is something that is actually useful in today's day and age. It's not a prototype, it's functional, it works, its range is about 14 kilometres and you can use it for getting yourself around town. That in itself proves that there is a commercially viable entity in some form of electric transport. The Yike bike shows that, and our race team will obviously push us towards developing an electric bike which then extends range and would be from home to base rather than from base to base.
Hi, I'm Brian Hill, founder of Quiet Rush and Laughing Mind. My two businesses both work together as a form of lifestyle medicine where we incorporate cycling, solar power and physical activity. The stealth electric bikes that we sell through Quiet Rush are a cutting-edge, world-leading product. They're Australian designed and manufactured. We source mountain bike components from around the world. There's an international distribution set up for these, so they're being sold all around the world. Most of them are actually sold into Europe and the US. As an occupational therapist, one of the things that I do as a health professional is help people try and develop better daily habits that are health promoting. One of the things that we constantly find with e-bikes is that when we talk to people, they say to us, I wish I had the strength to be able to start cycling. Many people who might have cycled earlier on in their lives, but now have been inactive for a while, find that if they had just enough fitness to be able to help them start riding, that they'll be incorporating cycling more as a daily habit. Electric bicycles help bridge that gap. By giving a little bit of power that assists you, it helps to introduce people who are either new to cycling or haven't cycled for quite a while and gets them back, including cycling as a daily health activity.
My name is Hayden Smith. I'm the project director for the SunSwift team, which is the UNSW, University of New South Wales solar racing team. This vehicle here, which is called SunSwift Eve, is the 5th car that's been built in the team's 20-year history, and it's been built with the idea of being a practical and usable solar car. So most solar cars before this, if you've seen them, they usually look like solar panels with 3 wheels attached to the bottom. So this car, it has 2 seats, it's comfortable, doors on the sides. It really drives like a normal car. So the purpose that this car was built for is really about changing perceptions of how electric and solar vehicles work. So the biggest fear people have when dealing with electric and solar vehicles is that they don't have a very long range or that they can't travel very fast. So in July 2014, the team took this car down to Victoria and we broke a land speed record for the fastest electric vehicle over a 500-kilometre distance. The reason we did this is because we can travel at 107 kilometres for that distance, which shows that solar vehicles and electric vehicles can not only travel for long distances, but they can do it at near freeway speeds. So the next big step for us is to make this car road legal. And what that means is making it registered with the RMS like you would your typical car. The biggest steps for us in this are trying to make modifications to this car such that it'll actually be allowed to drive on the road by itself. And that will put us in a position where we become the first road legal solar car in the Southern Hemisphere.
Hi, my name's Brian Pate. I'm from the Green Power program. It's great to be here at the Hunter Valley Electric Vehicle Show today. Green Power program's a big supporter of electric vehicles as a way of minimising vehicles' impact on the environment. Our program allows households and businesses to show their support for Australia's renewable energy sector by displacing their electricity use with renewable energy sourced from Green Power certified generators. If the owners of electric vehicles really want to have greenhouse gas emission free modes of transport, then they should look at the electricity that they're charging their vehicles with. And one great way to ensure that that is being sourced from certified renewable energy is to purchase the Green Power for their home or business through the Green Power program.